Success won't solve this problem, running out of time. Welcome to the Way of Permanent Transformation. My name's Stanley Bronstein, and today I want to talk about another problem that success can't solve, running out of time. Most people think success will solve their problems, and to be fair, success solves some of them. Success can create money, options, comfort, opportunity, and recognition. It can remove certain forms of stress. It can make life easier, but success can't stop the clock. It can't give you back the years you already spent. It can't return the moments you missed. It can't rewind your health, your relationships, your choices, or your priorities. And it can't live your life for you. The clock doesn't care how successful you've been. It doesn't care what title you earned. It doesn't care how much money you made. It doesn't care how many goals you checked off the list. The clock just keeps moving, quietly, consistently, without asking permission. That's one of the hardest truths in life. Success may change your circumstances, but it doesn't change the reality that your time is limited. You can be successful and still be aging. You can be successful and still be tired. You can be successful and still wonder where the years went. You can be successful and still have to ask a painful question. What did I actually do with my time? Many people spend decades building a life and never stop to ask what they're building it for. They're busy, responsible, productive, needed. They're doing what adults are supposed to do: working, providing, solving problems, handling obligations, keeping everything moving. And there's nothing wrong with that. Responsibility matters, work matters, providing matters, achievement matters. But there's a danger hiding inside all of that activity. You can become so busy maintaining the machine that you forget to ask whether the machine is taking you somewhere worth going. Years can disappear that way, not because you were lazy, not because you did nothing, but because you did many things without enough conscious direction. You got through the week, then another year, and after a while, life becomes a long series of things you had to get through until one day you realize you've been getting through your life instead of actually living it. That's when the question becomes uncomfortable. Was I using my time, or was my time using me? Time is different from almost everything else. You can lose money and make more. You can lose property and replace it. You can lose a job and find another one. But time is different. Once it's spent, it's spent. You can't earn it back. You can't store it up. You can't borrow it from tomorrow. You can't go back and use it differently. Every day you're spending your life. Not someday, not eventually, today. That's why this subject matters so much, because the real issue isn't time management. It's not about getting more done. It's not about becoming more efficient. The deeper issue is life management. Are you spending your time on what actually matters? Are you building a life that will make sense when you look back on it? Or are you trading your life for things that won't matter nearly as much as you thought they would? Many people don't waste their lives in obvious ways. They waste their lives in respectable ways, through overcommitment, through distraction, through postponement, through trying to please everyone, through chasing more when enough was already enough, through building an impressive life that doesn't actually feel meaningful. The dangerous thing about time is that it usually leaves quietly. Children grow up quietly. Bodies change quietly. Relationships drift quietly. Dreams fade quietly. Possibilities narrow quietly. And by the time we notice, we often say the same thing: how did that happen so fast? Now, let me be clear. This isn't a message of despair. This isn't about shaming anyone for the past. Regret by itself doesn't transform anything. The point isn't to punish yourself for the time you've already spent. The point is to wake up to the time you still have. If you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, or beyond, this message may feel especially personal, but it's not only for that audience. A person can be 25 and already be wasting time. A person can be 70 and still have important life to live. The issue isn't just age. The issue is awareness. Are you awake to the value of your time? Or are you assuming you'll always have more of it? One of the great mistakes we make is believing there will always be a later. Later, I'll take care of my health. Later, I'll slow down. Later, I'll spend more time with the people I love. Later, I'll forgive. Later, I'll travel. Later, I'll start walking. Later, I'll make the change. Later sounds harmless, but later can become one of the most expensive words in a person's life because later isn't guaranteed. Success often makes later feel reasonable. You tell yourself you're sacrificing now for a better future. And sometimes that's true. There are seasons where sacrifice is necessary. There are seasons where you must work hard. There are seasons where you must focus. But temporary sacrifice becomes dangerous when it becomes a permanent identity. When every year is the year you'll finally get around to living, when every season is almost the season where things settle down, when every decade becomes preparation for a life you never actually begin. That's not excellence. That's postponement dressed up as responsibility. The way of excellence teaches long term thinking, but long term thinking doesn't mean ignoring the present. It means using the present wisely because the future is being built right now. The future isn't some faraway place that magically appears, it's the result of what we repeatedly choose, what we tolerate, what we postpone, what we protect, what we keep doing day after day, year after year. This is why autopilot is so dangerous. Autopilot rarely feels dramatic, it feels normal. You wake up, you do what you usually do, you avoid what you usually avoid, you postpone what you usually postpone, you repeat the pattern, and eventually the pattern becomes your life. Not because you chose it clearly, but because you failed to choose something better consciously. People may respect what you've built, but only you know whether your life feels aligned. Only you know whether you're at peace. Only you know whether your time is being spent on what matters. Only you know whether you're living intentionally or simply continuing. This is where honesty becomes essential. Tell it like it is. Not worse than it is, not better than it is, but the truth. Are you proud of how you're spending your time? Are the people you love getting the version of you they deserve? Is your body getting the care it needs? Is your spirit being nourished? Are you building a future you actually want to live in? Or are you just maintaining a life that no longer fits? The question isn't simply how much time do I have left? None of us knows that. The better question is, what will I do with the time that remains? Will I spend it unconsciously? Will I keep postponing the things I already know matter? Will I keep pretending that someday is a plan? Or will I begin using my time with more truth, discipline, love, purpose, and intention? Here's a practical way to begin. Take out a piece of paper. Write down 3 areas where your time is currently going. Not where you wish it were going, where it's actually going. Then write down 3 areas that truly matter to you: health, family, faith, purpose, peace, growth, contribution, adventure, learning, service. Now compare the 2 lists. That comparison will tell you something important because your calendar often reveals your real priorities more honestly than your words do. Don't use this exercise to condemn yourself. Use it to wake yourself up. Find one correction. Just one place where your time and your values are out of alignment. Then ask the question I return to again and again. Are you willing? Are you willing to reclaim 1 hour? Are you willing to turn off the distraction? Are you willing to have the conversation? Are you willing to stop saying yes to things that are stealing your life? Are you willing to spend time with someone you love while you still can? Are you willing to stop waiting for perfect conditions? Because success won't do that for you. Success won't automatically make you wise. Success won't automatically make you present. Success won't automatically make you intentional. Success won't automatically protect what matters. Only you can do that. The goal isn't to panic about time. The goal is to respect it, to respect the day, to respect the season, to respect the people still here, to respect the possibilities still available, to respect the fact that life isn't unlimited. That truth can feel heavy, but it can also be clarifying because once you understand that time is limited, you begin to see what matters more clearly. So I'm going to leave you with a challenge. This week, identify one place where you've been saying later, just one, then turn later into a specific action, not a vague intention, a real action. Make the phone call, take the walk, schedule the appointment, start the project, clear the hour, say no, say yes, apologize, begin, because life isn't lived in theory, it's lived in time. And the time you have is the life you have. Success can solve many problems, but it can't solve the problem of running out of time. It can't stop the clock. It can't return the years. It can't live your life for you. But willingness, responsibility, discipline, commitment, and action can help you use the time that remains more wisely. And that may change everything. That's the way of permanent transformation. If this message speaks to you, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. New videos are released on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and you can learn more or contact me on my website, thewayofexcellence.com.